Music, scientifically, it has the power to heal because it triggers the release of dopamine. For those of you who do not know what dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is associated with pleasure and reward in your brain. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the SoulFULL Circle Show. I am your host, Flexi Lexi, and I am super duper excited, as usual, to be able to talk to you beautiful people out there. If you have been listening to the show up until this point, I just want to give a quick thank you to everybody who is tuning in. This is so therapeutic for me, just being able to be in this space with everybody and being able to share things that have been on my mind and being able to give tidbits that help heal me and other people as well. Things that just feel good to talk about. So thank you guys again for tuning in. So today we are going to talk about music, which is one of my favorite things ever. Music is something that I have always been passionate about. I have lots of people who are musicians by trade, musicians just by soul and spirit in my family, in my lineage. So it's something that I was destined to be passionate about. And being from a city like Detroit, where this is Motown, music runs through so many of our veins. And there's so many talented people here musically, too many to count. So yeah, I just love being from here. I love that I can share my passion for music with so many other people around me. And it's just such a beautiful thing. And there's so many different ways to express yourself musically, which is part of what I'm going to get into today. So in this episode, I plan to talk about my musical journey, why I'm so passionate about music. I plan to talk about a few artists that I feel like are a bit underrated, that should be getting a little bit more love, that I am obsessed with right now. I'm going to talk about a few albums and projects that I have just had in rotation lately that I want to share with you guys. Maybe it's people that you're listening to as well. Maybe it's things that I can get you hip to. So whatever the case may be. And then I'm going to talk about a project that I have started that I am super duper excited about that involves music. Top secret. And finally, I'm going to end with The Wealthy Way, which is a segment that I end every episode on. So let's get right into it. So first, I want to talk about why I believe that music heals. So when you think about music makes us feel good. I don't know about you guys, but usually when I am having a rough day, outside of praying to the Lord, I will put on a song or just zone out with my music and just go into a whole other place. And I personally, it's like I need music to be able to do anything. I turn on music in the morning to help me wake up. I have music playing while I'm working, when I'm working out. Like, music to me just makes everything so much more enjoyable. It's a way to bring people together. It's just a beautiful thing. Recently, for the 4th of July, so for those of you who do not know, I am a DJ as well. In addition to being a podcast and radio producer, I am a DJ as well. And I do release mixes on YouTube, the same platform that you can find this podcast on. Of course, it's also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but currently I released so far 2 DJ mixes on YouTube. If you haven't listened to them yet, go check them out. One of them is an R&B mix. The other one is a chill hip hop mix. Please go check those out. Let me know what you guys think. I'm probably going to start putting them on SoundCloud as well, because why not? That's what everybody else do. But keep an eye out for other things that I'm going to do with these mixes. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Follow me on YouTube if you're not subscribed. But anyway, on the 4th of July, so I have some family and they have a lake house. Me and my mom went out to their lake house for the holiday, and I brought my DJ stuff with me. You know, sometimes I just got to stay strapped. I don't even know if I'm going to end up doing anything with it, but something just told me to bring my equipment with me. I had never been out here before. I brought my stuff and it ended up being a time. A time was had. I don't know why sometimes I still sleep on myself a little bit when I be DJing. I think it's just because I'm still kind of new to it. But every time I get on the ones and twos, it's just like I really have the power to transform this entire trajectory. The whole room shifts. And that is something that I am just so proud of. It's really a gift to be able to do that. And y'all, I was DJing for my whole entire family. And it was just so beautiful. That was a core memory for me now. Everybody enjoyed it. So I can't wait to just be able to do it more and more and more and share it with people in so many different ways. So I absolutely love it. But outside of DJing, before I even get on that tangent, I have always loved music. So from the time that before I even got into this world, actually, my mom told me that she used to play music to her stomach when she was pregnant with me. She did it for both me and my brother. For my brother, she used to play a lot of classical music. She said for me, she played a whole lot of hip hop, classical as well, but mostly hip hop. And it explains so much if you know me. But I came out of the womb loving music. So when I was little, like a toddler, my parents still have recordings somewhere. I don't know where they at, but they used to record me singing. I used to sing for everybody. They used to ask me to sing. I had special songs that I used to love to sing. I loved Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, You Are My Sunshine, all those little things. And both of my grandmothers were musically inclined as well. So both my grandmothers have passed away now. Join the ancestors, rest in peace. But my maternal grandmother, she used to love to sing. She was notorious for singing to everybody around her. That's just what she was known for. And my paternal grandmother, she used to sing as well, but she also was a pianist and she used to play the piano in church. And I didn't know this until she passed away, but she also used to play the piano locally at different local performances to the point where she started getting asked to go on tour with certain musicians. But she chose not to. She chose the church, she chose family, but she was always playing that piano. And I was like, wow, that explains so much. So when for example, in DJing, I really feel like my grandmother, that's my way of like honoring really both of their memory. Because I still love to sing. Sometimes when I DJ, I start singing a song that I'm DJing. And I love to dance as well. So all of these ways that I express myself musically come out into the projects that I'm working on. And it's just something that I absolutely love about myself. So music scientifically, it has the power to heal because it triggers the release of dopamine. For those of you who do not know what dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is associated with pleasure and reward in your brain. So when the reward system in your brain is activated, it can improve your mood, it can reduce stress, sometimes it can even help manage pain. I personally have never tried music therapy like in a traditional setting, but I would love to try it. But I do a lot of music therapy on my own, if we're being honest. So music is definitely something that is healing not only the way that you feel, but it can help heal your body as well, believe it or not. And it also engages various regions of your brain, including those associated with memory and emotion. And obviously, that can evoke strong emotional responses when you're listening to it. It can connect you to past experiences, and it's just so amazing. Spoiler alert. Well, I'm not going. If you haven't seen Sinners yet, those of you who have seen it, I think most of us have seen it at this point, but some people haven't. If you've seen it, y'all know what scene I am talking about in the movie. That is just so beautiful. The best scene in the entire movie was that music scene. If you haven't seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about when you see the movie. But anyway, music is a beautiful thing connecting you to the past and the future. Oh, the past and the future. So, I love music. Obviously, as I said, I used to sing. I currently DJ. When I was in high school, we had a class where we had to learn how to make beats, which is super cool. And I actually got an award in that class. So the teacher of that class, shout out to Mr. Kane. I should send him this episode. But the teacher of our music class, he had to pick one boy and one girl to give like basically the best producer award to. And I got it for the girls in my grade, and I was so honored, and I just felt like, dang, maybe I really have a gift. And I continued to make beats throughout the duration of high school just for fun. And a lot of the beats that I made in high school, when I got to college, I went on to join a music collective, and I still had my beats just on deck. I wasn't doing anything with them. They was just sitting on SoundCloud. I think I put out a little beat tape or something, but I didn't do too much with them. So I ended up just giving them to my friends to use for free who are making music. And maybe I'll get back into producing one day. But I ended up starting a blog that was more focused on music appreciation and promoting local artists around me. And that's something that I grew to be so passionate about. And the podcast that I produced before this one was hosted on a local radio station, which was super, super exciting. We got to interview all types of amazing artists on there as well. And now it's translated into what I do now, which is DJing. And I love it. I just absolutely love it. We used to release playlists for a while and just sharing those with the community. And I just knew DJing was always going to be next for me. When I was younger, I always kind of saw myself being on the radio and like, hosting and talking about music and things like that. And now look at me. But I don't know, it's just really, really exciting. I'm so excited to be growing Wealthy Network, which is this radio station that this show is being produced on. It's going to just get better and better every single time you see me. So thank you guys again for tuning in. But music is just such a beautiful thing. So with that, I want to talk a little bit about artists that I love, that I feel like if you are not listening to these artists, you should absolutely be listening to them. These are all mainstream people. I'm going to bring more local people in probably in the next episode, but these are artists that I've had in rotation that I just, oh my gosh, I just absolutely love. And this is a very short list. It's impossible for me to in the short time that I have for this episode to tell you all of the artists that I have in rotation right now. But lately, I don't know if you guys have tried it yet, but Instagram has this feature. You know how you can share the music that you're listening to in your notes? They have something where you can share like what you're listening to in rotation. So basically, let's say that you just have music playing for like an hour or so. You can share that as long as you have Spotify. You can connect your Spotify to YouTube. You can connect your Spotify to Instagram, and it'll just keep updating as the song changes, which I think is super cool. So keep a lookout for that, because every now and then I share what I am listening to. But let me get into it. So first, an artist that I have been obsessed with since the time that I found out about this man is Blxst. BLXST. Y'all, I don't play about Blxst. I do not play about Blxst. I love that man's music. He is so talented. So Blxst, for those of you who don't know, Blxst is an R&B artist. He kind of like dibble dabbles in hip hop a little bit, but he's definitely like through and through R&B. Blxst makes his own beats. He makes a lot of videos on Instagram and reels of him like making a beat from start to finish. He's just amazing. His voice is so buttery. It's just like, oh my gosh, like that art. Oh, just that. I love that traditional R&B sound. It's just amazing. His lyrics are amazing as well. Of course, with R&B, he talks a lot about love and relationships, but he also talks a lot about just like hustling, being on a come up, being on a glow up, and that stuff that I be needing to hear. And his lyrics are so witty and he's just all around such a talented artist. So I absolutely love Blxst. I have been to two of his concerts. I think he has like he has two or three albums out right now. But I went to, maybe it's three. I think it's 3 albums out. I could be wrong. I don't know, but I believe it's 3. I've been to 2 concerts. So his last, like, not the one that most recently came out, but the one before that one was called, I think, Before You Go. That was a fantastic concert. That is one of the best concerts I've ever been to. It was so great. His last concert, what is that last project called? Can't remember it offhand. I'll Always Come Find You. That's what it's called. But that concert was like, so I will admit I liked the album before I'll Always Come Find You better. However, the visuals for Before You Go, or not Before You Go, sorry. The visuals for I'll Always Come Find You concert wise, it was really like a step up. I felt like I was at like a play or something, but it was so dope. So shout out to Blast. Next, y'all, Leon Thomas. That man is amazing. So for those of you who don't listen to Leon Thomas, you need to be. Another R&B artist, Leon Thomas. If you guys used to watch Victorious growing up, Leon Thomas was the black guy that had locks on there. And he also, when we were younger, was on an episode of iCarly singing. So he's been out for a very long time, like since he was a teenager. And he's always been such a talented artist, singing, playing his guitar, doing the things. But now that he is grown, he is giving that grown energy in his music. And I love seeing the glow up because he's just so talented. He's so amazing. And currently I'm obsessed with a mix that somebody made of him. So there's this producer called Black Mass, and he mixed together one of Leon Thomas's most popular songs right now. It's called It's Not Fair. And he mixed it over D'Angelo's Lady beat. Oh my gosh, it's the most beautiful thing ever. So I love Leon Thomas as well. His albums are really like no skips at all. It's just, I love like these new artists that feel like they're from the past. Like there's just something about that, but that's the energy that Leon Thomas is giving. So his music is great. Another artist I love is Laya, Laya. So a lot of these artists are like R&B artists. I just been on kind of like on an R&B wave lately. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Laya, she been out for a minute too. I remember listening to her on SoundCloud when I was younger, but she makes really cool music, for the girlies, like putting her feelings out there, but also like don't even worry about it, sis, too much. She's great. Her visuals, she has a really interesting style that I love. She's really colorful and like just super cute and feminine. So I love Laya as well. Go check her out if you guys haven't listened to her. Her music is like every now and then she'll just start spitting bars, and I'll just be like, hey girl, okay, give it to a man. So she's dope. Speaking of spitting bars, the next artist that I am obsessed with right now is Surah Ali. This girl is amazing. Sura Ali. So if you guys have seen the show Rhythm and Flow on Netflix, Rhythm and Flow is one of my favorite shows ever, period. It's a rap competition show. First season was judged by Cardi B, T.I., and Chance the Rapper. And the winner ended up being D-Smoke. I mean, sorry, disclaimer if you haven't seen it, but D-Smoke is great. He is Sir from TDE's brother. The next season was judged by Ludacris. Who was it? Dang, why can't I remember right off? Ludacris, DJ Khaled, and Lotto. So season 2 was cool. I feel like I kind of prefer season 1. I don't know. But anyway, Surah Ali was on season 2, and she was, I think, my favorite. She was my favorite for sure. I'm gonna just be honest. She was great. She's from New York. She's a local artist, and she is just like will bar anybody to death. I also saw that she was on 106 in Park recently. So yeah, she dope. For those of y'all who grew up in the 106 in Park era like me, I just have very specific memories of watching Freestyle Fridays. Me and my brother we used to come home and watch Rap City right before 106 in Park would come on, and it was just like a great segue into the evening. And just, oh my gosh, me and my friends used to not play about our 106 in Park. But anyway, so Surah Ali is a talented lyricist. She is just so cold. She's like just raw with her lyrics, but also very like feminine and just like, I just love her. So check out her music, support her if y'all haven't already. Another artist that I'm obsessed with right now is Odile. Odeal. So Odile is an Afrobeats artist, Afro leaning. He's from London. But his music is like Afro beats. And first of all, he fine. But outside of that, he makes great music. I love Afro beats. It's like one of my favorite genres. I'm a very Afrocentric person, so I take my Afro beats very serious. But Odile is extremely talented. I don't think that I have heard a song by him that I don't like yet. But he's great. So check out Odile if you haven't already. Every single project, everything I've heard by him, I love. And the artist that I'm going to end this on, because I could be talking about this all day, is Duran Bernard. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Y'all, Duran Bernard is like, he is him. He got it. Just as an overall artist, he has so much talent. First of all, his vocal range is crazy. His runs are crazy. He used to sing behind Erykah Badu, if I'm correct. He's done DJ sets. Like, every time I see him doing any type of live performance, it's always very unique. He wears these like little costumes sometimes. His tiny desk, he was dressed like dude from Proud Family, the uncle, and then everybody else behind him was dressed like y'all. Duran Bernard is so talented. Like, oh my gosh, please go check him out. Go show him some love. Listen to everything. He recently released an album as well. That was just so amazing. Oh my gosh. Yes. So that is going to wrap the list of artists that I feel like y'all should be listening to if you have not already. If you are listening to these artists, please let me know what you love about them. Send me some of your favorite songs. Let me know, because I would love to talk about it. So next, I'm going to talk about a few albums or just musical projects in general that I personally feel like have no skips, or little to no skips. So first, I already talked about Blast, but Blast projects are great. Usually when I listen to his albums, I pretty much like every song on there. I might have like one or two where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep this off the playlist. It's still a good song, but I just don't see me listening to it like all the time. But he has a few songs that he's released that just, bro, I'll put it on and people are like, dang, this your song. Like this, like, yes, I love Blast. I don't play about him. I think my favorite album was the second one. So that is Before You Go. The songs that were on there just like really sat with me. Some of the ones that he talked about relationships are just super relatable, but on top of that, the ones that he just kind of talked about him glowing up and how you got to talk to him nicely, and he don't play about his just, oh my gosh, I love Blast. So yeah, check out Before You Go by Blast. Also, I want to bring up Tony Jones. So Tony Jones is actually from Detroit as well, if I'm correct, and she makes affirmation music. So for those who have never listened to affirmation music, it's literally a tape, kind of like spoken word. So there will be like a tranquil beat in the background, and then the artist is saying affirmations, or they're saying like a poem or whatever. And it's a different concept, but my vibration is like up there. So I be needing to hear that type of stuff. A lot of times I will listen to Tony Jones in the morning when I'm getting ready, just to help put me in a good mindset for the day. I also, in the previous episode, I talked about wellness, and I talked a little bit about my fitness goals and how I used to go to the gym and then sit in a massage chair afterwards. I personally used to love sitting in a massage chair listening to Tony Jones albums, because it just felt like I was in a hyperbolic time chamber, and like I was just transforming into this amazing person, and she was just helping me get my mind right. And I just love her. So she has some really great projects out. One of them is called Affirmations for the Grown Ass Woman. Another one is called I See Me Mantras. Like, she, just go check her out if y'all haven't, because she'll really get you where you need to go. So Tony Jones. Of course, I want to bring back up Leon Thomas, because this man's albums is just amazing. Oh my gosh. So if y'all know, I'm a dog, but that album is so great. And he has a deluxe version that he just put out as well. But so amazing, just such great music. He is so talented. I hope he gets everything that he deserves. I can't wait to see him grow and grow and grow as an artist, but he's amazing. He's also coming to Detroit on tour in November, so I'm definitely going to go see him, but he's great. And kind of second to last, Cleo Soul. That's my girl. Same kind of, so obviously Cleo is also like R&B type music, like that alternative kind of R&B sound that I love. I love alternative R&B. It's one of my favorite genres. But she also has a lot of positive music. Like, she doesn't just talk about love, she talks about positivity and just like music that makes you feel good and puts you in a good mindset. And they're just jealous of your soul, they're just jealous of your mind. You're the golden child. Like, I just have faith. Like, her music is so positive. And again, I like to listen to things that are positive. Obviously, I still like my turn up, music, but at the end of the day, music that has a positive message that is going to help you heal even more than it already is by just existing. That's where I like to live. So I love listening to that type of stuff in the morning and just throughout the day so I can feel good about myself. And I want to give an honorable mention. Have y'all heard this Clips album? So I'll admit I haven't finished it yet, but like, I'm hearing such great things about it. And I can't wait to finish the rest of the album. Just a little bit that I've heard, I'm like, dang, okay, I like this. So go check out the Clips album if you have not already. They're also coming here with Earth Gang. I think next month or in September. They're coming in September, I believe. So I'm excited for that. I'm gonna try to hit that concert too if I can. So yes, that's gonna wrap up my music artists and albums that I think you guys should be listening to. So I want to talk a little bit about a project that, or just like an initiative that I am launching that I'm super duper excited about. It's a concert club. Really excited about this concert club, guys. So obviously we all love concerts. I love live shows. I absolutely love live music. I love it so much. And I wanted to think of a way to just kind of like bring more people together and to network over things that I and other people am passionate about. So for other people who love live music just as much as I do, I released or am in the process of releasing a concert club, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a group of people who go to concerts together. Super fun, super simple. Yeah, I love concerts. So I have already reached out to a few people that I love and that I want to enjoy concerts with. But if you're interested in joining my concert club, feel free to send me an email, or if you're connected with me on social media, just reach out to me on social media if you want to come to some concerts. We've already mapped out the concerts that we're interested in going to for quarter 3. I do have concerts on the calendar for quarter 4 as well. So just hit me up, if you want to join in on the fun. Let me know. So that is going to lead me into the wealthy way for this episode. So the wealthy way is just a way for me to end every episode on a positive note. It's a segment where I discuss one thing that I'm going to do to put my best foot forward, to just be able to show up as my best self, to practice what I'm preaching, and to just make sure that I'm embodying wealth. So my brand obviously is called Wealthy Network. And then I also have Wealthy Media, and it's spelled healthy with a W in front, because that is what we want to do. That's what we want to be, is wealthy. So for this episode pertaining to music, I am going to continue to be consistent with releasing my DJ sets. And I'm going to stop sleeping on myself, because I really do feel like I have a gift and a knack for it. And there is no reason for me to be in my head about it. And performing, if you will, is something that's like new to me. And doing it publicly is very, very new. So, of course, I get a little nervous before any set that I've done. But I always get such positive feedback, and just seeing like the energy in the room return through people dancing and singing and just giving me dap is like, oh gosh, it's something that is just unmatched. So I'm going to continue to release my sets publicly. You guys are going to see them. Follow my journey, please, if you will. And I got more on the way. I have a lot more coming that I'm so excited to share with everybody. So make sure that you stay tuned in to the Wealthy Network. Stay tapped into what Flexi Lexi has going on. And that's going to wrap up this episode. So thank you guys so much again for tuning in. Please make sure that you check out all the amazing artists, all the wonderful albums and projects that I've talked about in this episode, and send me a message if you're interested in joining the concert club. Coming to some shows with us for the rest of the year. And on that note, that is the end of this episode of the SoulFULL Circle Show. I hope you guys stay positive and productive. Until next time, it's Flexi Lexi signing out. Switches.